Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars Galaxy Yeti here. I'm coming to you with some people in my Twitch Livestream, basically, and we decided to have like a little chat about mods, like our strategies, how we achieve them and such, and getting those speed secondaries. It's so important in this game. Like, if you don't have mods, like, you can have all the relics in the world, but someone with you know, a half relic team and better mods can fucking beat you. So let's go and let's kind of open it up. I put the chat delay in terms of when it disappears at about 20 seconds. So anything they say should show up in this this region over here, and then we should be all right. Ooh, there's some kitty wrestling going on there, which is kind of a funny one. Well, anyway, so I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna tell you guys kind of what I do, and then let's open it up and start really getting into what everybody else does and what works for them. Let's go ahead and click speed. Let's go to secondaries. There's that. Why am I not doing that right? Anyway, so the first thing is PG-13. It's up to you. We can't just it's like we got to kind of keep it semi-tame, as it's YouTube. So, but at the same time, I don't tag anything as kid-friendly. So, you know, it's like swearing is okay. Whatever, do what you got to do. Just try not to do anything too blue, as they would say. Anyway, so when you're looking here at, we're going through some of this. I'm going to turn up the music just a touch so we can get a little bit more of the background. Is that all right? Is everybody hearing that? So we're kind of coming down and looking here. You'll see, like, I lock pretty much anything that hits speed, and the reason is like what I'm looking for in terms of priorities of what I'm doing with my slicing is I'm looking for stuff that's like this, where I've got +8 speed, where it's just hit speed, right? These greens that have hit speed. I don't care if it's a 7 or a 6, as long as it's hit speed. Because one of the things that I noticed. First it was this guy Bobbert. He was talking to me about how he's ended up having such disgusting mods, and basically he was like, oh, I slice it to green if it hits. If it doesn't hit, then I slice it again. If it's purple with 1 to go and it's only hit the speed once, then it can only go to like a 12. I stop. It's something where I kind of worked off of that. The idea is anything that hit. One of the things I noticed when I was slicing a lot of mods is you see things hit 2, 2, 2, and 2, and 2, as you can kind of look up. 2 and 2. Here we go here, 2, 2, and 2. That's a rare one, actually, because we just clicked another one. But like 3, 1, 2, 1, that kind of thing. You see a lot where you're hitting 3 and 2 and 1 and 1. So my thought was getting greens is really important. Getting greens that hit speed. So when I see something like this, one thing that I've noticed is it's really easy to hit it a 3rd time, and then it's when you get 4. Hey, Talmud, how you doing, man? Welcome. One of the things I notice is when you're hitting these 2s, it's a lot easier to hit it that 3rd time, essentially, and hitting it 3 onto a gold or something it's pretty good. And then you get the fails like this one, where the 3rd went to like health, or there was an extra tenacity. But so like here we got 9. This is a great one. It's got a tenacity as well, but this started off, just judging by my priorities of how I slice stuff, it definitely started off 9 speed, and then I swung at it and it didn't hit, so I just kind of sat it back, and then I'll go after it again as I work my way through like the fastest ones that are in blue. Do you know what I mean? So I try to get those greens, and I'm trying to hit, and then when the green hits, that's a priority one. I try to go and get it blue right after that. Yeah, hitting that 5th one is absolutely the hardest. It's only happened to me once, and it's not even I don't think it's even my fast mod. Or it might have happened twice, actually. I've had 5 smack on offense as well, which is pretty great. It's like, you're like, oh, that's 150 offense on that mod. But one of the things that I really noticed is that if it's hit speed already, ooh, that one's not locked. Well, that's the thing. One of the things that kind of went to the gold mods, because I still buy gold mods out of the shop. But the other thing is, I buy green mods out of the shop because they're like 1 million credits, and if it's got 5 speed on it, that can turn into a really good one. I wasn't aware. This is something that I kind of did literally based off of what Bobbert was doing. Whereas he was taking everything up to like 60 mod, and he was spending a lot of crystals getting that. But the green mods for me are the ones that are turning into the best ones. And they're like, what I'm getting at is when a green mod hits, it's a lot easier to hit that third than it is for you don't want to work on a blue mod that doesn't hit. You know what I mean? You take it to green, it doesn't hit, and then you take it to blue, it doesn't hit, and then you're taking it to purple, hoping that it hits, and it's not going to hit. It's just it never works that way for me. So I changed like my whole strategy. So I don't farm a lot of new mods at all. I only slice what I've got. And every now and then when I'm running out of good mods, I'll spend like a week with 150 on crystals on refreshes every day, just getting the mod set that I need. And I'll just farm the crap out of it until my mods fill up, and then I work through them. And then it's back to slicing priorities. But I always prioritize greens first. And I work from there. So it's like if it's like a purple with 15 speed, sure, I'll slice that one. But greens are like, they're my jam. Yeah, check those greens. You've just got a lot of chances for it to hit speed. Obviously I don't like buying grays, and I don't like fishing on grays because you waste so many credits and you're hoping that it hits speed by 12. So it's like 100,000 every time you do it. And that doesn't work out to me, not the math. But greens are fantastic because you get that if you hit that green, you know that you grind it, right? Like you spent that 100 and you've got a 10, roughly. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like getting those 12 to 15s and stuff is good. Yeah, when the all five dots has been a great change, but I've been broke for that whole change. So I'm like running low on mods. So now I'm actually considering bringing up more mods. So like I spend 150 crystals every day on slicing material. That's it. I never, like I said, unless I'm running low on mods. Like now I know I need to farm some speed sets because I'm running out of speed sets that have hit speed. Like when I'm looking down my roster and I'm starting to see 5s, I'm like, ooh, no, I gotta farm some new mods because it's one of those. And I don't like chasing mods that don't hit speed because I think that's you're slicing on a dream instead of something that could be good. Do you know? So it's like something like this, 8 speed hit. It's tenacity with tenacity protection. I'll slice that up. You know what I mean? Like if I have a tank that needs that. Basically, if it doesn't hit going from green to blue, I don't slice it again. Well, that's the thing. Like going from bottom up, I just have more chances, and it's a lot easier to slice a bunch of green mods than it is to slice a purple to a gold. So if I'm spending the slicing materials to take it to gold, then it's got to be like already that 12 to 15 speed, and I'm just hoping that it hits. But it's one of those, like, those aren't my priority as it goes up. It's got to keep hitting speed for me to keep slicing it. That's why I'll have a shit ton of blues, just because either they haven't hit or they've only hit once, that kind of thing. And then I'm like, all right, well, I might use it if I need it. If I need a specific mod, like if I need like a protection primary and it's a blue and it's only hit the twice, like it hit on green and then it didn't hit going to blue, I'll probably slice it to purple, hoping. And sometimes it works out for me, sometimes it doesn't. But it doesn't feel like a good return based on the amount of slicing mats that go in from turning it from blue to purple versus turning it from green to blue. So the best ones, my best mods, 100% came from greens that hit to 11, and then they hit. So I'll show you my best speed mod right now. I just put it on Darth Revan. earlier today. Where are you, bud? Yeah, right here. This was a... No, I don't buy 3. I won't buy any mod with 3 speed. I won't buy any mod with 4. I only want 5s. But this was a green that was 11. So I bought this out of the store. It was 5 speed green, and then it just kept hitting speed. Yeah, because you spend a lot of so the same week that I got this, I also got this one, this 19 speed. The last slice took it to 1126 on the protection. I was like, ah. And then I also got this one the same week, and that hit 20 here. But anyway, I'm a big fan of going bottom up on priorities for slicing, and then it just I spend so much on slicing mats. Slicing mats to me are the lifeblood of an account. Like, you know, if you're farming nodes and stuff, you're gonna get the character eventually. You know, if you're farming nodes, you're gonna get the gear eventually. It's only a matter of when. But mods are just, you might not get them, you might get them. It's like kind of all over the place, right? So I just want to see as many mods get sliced from like the least amount of input. So that's why I'm like green first. I go green, bang, 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 bang. I don't like working on grays. Slicing grays are just like, I do it for the speed arrows on grays. I save those slicing mats for that. I don't like taking grays up unless they're really good. Unless they're like offense primary cross with offense and offense. I do 150 crystals, so I do 3. I do the 350s every day. But like I said, I'll slice up a mod if I absolutely need that specific mod to go up. Grays, I sell every single gray that's not a speed primary. Crosses and triangles are the only ones I keep, and that's just in case I need it. And it has to be like a proper set. Like, I won't keep all of them. If it's like an offense primary cross on an offense set, I'll take it. But if it's like a crit chance primary triangle on a health set or something, no thanks. Not interested in that. You know, stuff like that. If it's like, you know, crit avoid on a crit damage set, no thanks. Not going to keep that one. You know, these kind of things. Like I'm really selective about grays, the ones I keep around, because I don't want to spend the credits on them, and they might turn out great, but they might turn out nothing, and I got to slice it all the way up to see if it can just hit speed once. So I don't think that's the best use of currency, even though it's really cheap to slice grays to green. Usually when I have like 200 of the, hey Lizelle, here's the Babby Kitty. Hi Percy, how you doing, bud? But like, well, Talmud. So before relics, I would have told you flat offense all day, every day. But after relics, I think offense percentage beats flat offense. So you've got something that gives like an extra 4% offense. That's gonna kill 150 flat offense in terms of. The cats are like running through my bookshelf right now at each other. But yeah, so one of the things I noticed with my Padme team is when I get something with like plus 3% health on it versus something that gives like 1,000 health, the 3% health did more. So like I was like, okay, this is really kind of showing me that percentages kill when it comes to relics. Before relics, I think flat is the way to go. Like I still try to obviously load up flat offense and offense percentage on something, but when you get to let's see, let's get the speed off of that. So there was like one that I put on Yoda, I think it is, his mod or whatever. Sort by, not by speed. here. So I think it's I noticed this health percentage, and it's funny because it's not like a big mod for that, but I noticed that health percentage made a big jump happen. And see, I've got another one that's like offense percentage here. This is actually a really solid one because it gives crit chance and offense percentage, so that really helped with her and such. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like offense sets for me are the most valuable attacking sets. Just from what I'm seeing and just in terms of the production. Like people who put crit damage sets on HK, I don't understand that. I don't understand putting a crit damage set on this guy. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, exactly. It's huge, and you know, especially like there's guys that I put crit damage on. Like I have a crit damage set on Ezra because he crits like a champ. He doesn't have a super high crit rate at G12, but if I ever get him to Relic, I know his crit rate's going to be like Ahsoka, where it's like 70%, you know, base, and then you add in the extras, and he's just critting every shot. But his offense isn't the highest, and it doesn't raise a ton with a good offense set. I had an offense set on him, and then I put the crit damage set on. He didn't lose much offense, but now he's doing a lot more damage because of the crit damage set. So, once again, though, he's not Relic, so I don't know, like, that specific character, right? Well, the thing is with HK is that if he crits with an offense set, you're dead. And if he crits with a crit damage set, you're dead. But I can tell you this right now after running Jedi Revan still in the arena against Malix, that if he's like 8,000, 9,000 offense and he throws his grenade, it's going to ruin your day. And it's brutal. I mean, that's not a bad idea. You know, working on getting new mods on the weekend or something, and then during the week you just get... yeah, exactly. That's pretty awesome. That 73% crit chance. Like, I would put a crit damage set on that guy. If he had 8,000 damage, you know, and like a 60% or 70% crit rate, sure, just go offense on him, go really huge. Ezra is one of those characters I would like to take to Relic levels just because he really does good damage, and he's actually a really good character. And the building of the of his unique, you know, where it ramps up his offense or his damage is pretty great. He calls assists, double attacks. I mean, he's a really solid character, especially for like a miscellaneous Jedi team, or if you're gonna like split off other Jedi out of your Revan side. You want to do like a Bastila team and a Revan team. You can do some real damage with that. It's definitely something I like to pursue. Like I want to get, you know, Chewie up and Han and everything as well. I mean, they're my favorite team, CLS. So I got the Tesla right after. Basically, that's it. All of my credits go towards buying mods out of the shop. I never keep credits because I'm always buying mods. And when I have to level up a new team, I save credits to do that. But as soon as I've got about 6-7 million credits, I'm starting to look for good mods in the shop again. And then I relax like what it takes for me to buy the mod as I get up to like 20-25 million. And then I'm like, okay, does it have some speed on it? Whatever. But like I said, I think the best value is grabbing greens and buying them with 5 speed on it. Yeah, I wouldn't keep 45 million unless I'm about to take a team up. If I need to level up an entire team, then yeah, you know, I'll sit and not buy any mods. It's like doing the negotiator was the hardest thing because I spent all of my fleet credits. All of my fleet credits go right to mods. So I mean, 162 million. Yeah, I would never get that high. Just it's like anything that has a good set synergy and has 5 speed. I'm buying it, like, out of that mod store. Especially now that they're all 5-dot mods. I mean, I'm looking at golds. I would start looking also even if they're necessary mods, like ones that are going to go right onto a character if they hit. I'd go for maybe purples, but I'd be buying the golds and the greens, all the ones that look good, that could turn into something beautiful. So, yeah, that's Talmud. That's exactly how I do it, man. Like, it's like when I get a build up of credits, I'm like, let's buy some mods. And then I'm just like watching it. Every refresh, I'll be like waking up in the middle of the night, like, we got a gold, 5 speed, offense on a crit damage. All right, let's take that. You know, that kind of thing. It's just such an important part of the game, and it's so overlooked, so ridiculously overlooked. But I like the idea of maybe splitting it up so you get new mods from the thing as well. That's something I gotta do over the next week, is get some fresh speed sets in. I'm just out of good speed mods, and that's the thing. Like, I'll keep slicing on my greens and stuff like that, and hoping to hit. But you know, need to get a little fresh blood in there at this point. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move this along, and I'm gonna close out the recording part. We can still keep chatting for a little bit. All right, guys, that was just us talking about mods. I think it was pretty decent. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Do like and subscribe. It helps channels like mine. Any interaction you give to me there helps me with the YouTube algorithm. So do so. Anyway, have a good one.